They talk, they whisper, they judge, but their words are nothing more than noise, weak, fleeting, powerless against the silence of someone who knows their worth. When you stop responding, when you refuse to explain, when you let your actions, your presence, your silence speak louder than their empty opinions, that is, when you truly hold power. Most people speak because they fear being unheard, because they believe words alone can define reality. They argue, they complain, they gossip, they try to shape your image with their weak voices. But understand this: the more you react, the more you feed their illusion of control. They want a reaction. They want you to explain, to defend yourself, to engage in their shallow games. But when you refuse, when you stand firm in silence, you shatter their illusion. You take away their power. Silence unsettles people. It forces them to listen to what is unspoken, to feel the weight of their own emptiness. When you do not respond, they start questioning themselves. They replay their words in their heads, wondering if they mattered at all. And that is the truth. Most words spoken in hate, in jealousy, in insecurity mean nothing. They dissolve into the air, forgotten as soon as they are spoken. But silence lingers. Silence forces people to confront the void within themselves. Think of the strongest individuals you know. Do they argue with fools? Do they waste their breath on proving themselves to people who will never understand their greatness? No, they walk away. They focus on their mission. They let their success be the response. Their presence alone commands respect, because they do not give their energy to the insignificant. They move with purpose, and their silence is deafening. Your silence is not weakness, it is control. It is restraint. It is the refusal to stoop down to the level of those who live for drama, for attention, for conflict. They expect you to engage. They expect you to defend yourself. They expect you to fight their battles with words. But when you refuse, when you simply keep moving forward, achieving, growing, winning, your silence becomes the loudest answer they have ever heard. There is an art to knowing when to speak and when to be silent. Words, when used with precision, can be powerful. But words thrown carelessly, in anger, in reaction, in desperation, are worthless. Do not waste your breath explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. Do not waste your energy proving your worth to those who will never see it. Do not waste your time battling opinions that do not shape your reality. Silence is the weapon of the disciplined. It is the language of those who do not need validation. It is the mark of those who have already won. The ones who talk the most often accomplish the least. They use words to distract, to deceive, to create an illusion of control. But those who truly control their lives, they let their actions do the talking. The world does not respect noise. It respects results. If you want to be powerful, focus on what you do, not what you say. Let people think what they want. Let them talk. Their words do not change reality. Their opinions do not shape your destiny. Your silence, your focus, your ability to walk away from pointless battles, that is what makes you untouchable. People fear what they do not understand, and nothing confuses them more than someone who does not react, who does not break, who does not seek approval. When you stop explaining yourself, when you stop justifying your choices, when you stop caring about the noise around you, you become unstoppable. You free yourself from the chains of their expectations. You step into a world where only your actions, your discipline, your results matter. Do not give them the satisfaction of your reaction. Do not waste another moment fighting meaningless battles. Keep moving. Keep growing. Keep building. And let your silence remind them that their words were never strong enough to touch you in the first place. Weak people fill the air with words, desperate for attention, for validation, for control. But the strong, they do not beg to be understood. They do not waste breath on proving their worth. They move in silence, and in that silence the world listens. Because when you speak with action, with discipline, with the undeniable force of someone who does not need approval, there is nothing left to say. Words are easy. Anyone can talk, complain, argue, pretend to be something they are not. The weak hide behind their voices, hoping that if they say enough, if they shout loud enough, they can convince the world they have power. But real power does not come from words. It comes from presence, from energy, from the quiet confidence of someone who knows exactly who they are and does not need the world's approval. Look at the ones who talk the most. They gossip, they criticize, they explain themselves endlessly, trying to make others see their point of view. And yet they accomplish nothing. They waste their breath on battles that do not matter, while the real warriors, the ones who win, the ones who lead, the ones who rise, stay quiet, and let their actions do the talking. A man who speaks too much is a man who has not yet learned control. The strongest people in history, the ones who changed the world, did not waste time arguing with fools. They acted. They built. They conquered. They understood that words could be used to deceive, to manipulate, to create illusions. But in the end, it is not what you say that defines you. It is what you do. There is a power in silence that few will ever understand. When you do not explain yourself, when you do not react, when you do not fight every pointless battle, you force the world to pay attention in a different way. They expect you to argue, to defend, to engage in the same endless cycle of words. But when you refuse, when you simply move forward, focused, unshaken, they have no choice but to watch. Silence commands attention in ways words never can. When you walk into a room with confidence, when you move with purpose, when your energy is so strong that people feel it before you even speak, you become unstoppable. The world notices those who do not seek validation, those who do not explain, those who simply exist with power. Think about the last time someone tried to pull you into an argument, tried to provoke a reaction, tried to make you defend yourself. What happened when you did not engage? When you let them speak, let them throw their words into the air while you remained calm, unaffected? They lost control. They grew frustrated. They realized their words meant nothing because you refused to let them have power over you. People fear what they cannot control, and they cannot control someone who does not react. They cannot manipulate someone who does not need their approval. They cannot weaken someone who understands that silence is the strongest answer of all. The ones who talk too much are revealing their insecurity. They need constant reassurance, constant validation, constant noise to feel important. But the ones who stay silent, who observe, who listen, who move with precision and discipline, those are the ones who truly hold power. Because while others are talking, they are building. While others are arguing, they are winning. While others are explaining themselves, they are proving themselves with action. It takes strength to remain silent when others expect a reaction. It takes control to hold back words when the world is screaming for your response. But that control is what separates the weak from the strong, the powerful from the powerless, the ones who live for approval from the ones who live for results. Do not waste your breath proving yourself to people who will never understand. Do not waste your energy explaining to those who do not matter. Do not waste your time reacting to every opinion, every criticism, every attempt to pull you into meaningless battles. Let them talk. Let them assume. Let them fill the air with their words, their noise, their insecurities. You do not need to respond. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to explain. Because in the end, their words mean nothing when your silence speaks volumes. Let them talk. Let them fill the air with their opinions, their judgments, their noise. It does not matter. Because while they waste their breath, you are building. While they seek attention, you are mastering discipline. While they try to shake you, you stand unshaken. You do not need their approval. You do not need their validation. You do not need to explain. Your silence is your power. Your actions are your voice. And in the end, when the dust settles, when all the noise fades, the only thing that remains is the undeniable truth: you were never meant to be understood. You were meant to be unstoppable.